April the 18th, wild cherry. The wild cherry mazard or gein, Prunus avium, now enters its main flowering period, and by the end of the month will be losing its petals. They fall like flecks of snow, like so many other cherries, often forming a white pool beneath the tree. It has the habit of growing beside fences and gates, the mature tree often even knocking both down. Resting, well-fed birds full of cherries sitting on the gates are regarded as the culprits. In London, we also have the sour cherry, Prunus cerecis, which has red fruits compared with the mazard's black fruits. It is the sour cherry which is the parent of the Kentish cherry, which was sold in the past in London streets. Gerard described the cherries on sale as having a bitter juice, but watery, cold and moist. He also accused them of engendering ill blood, breeding worms in the belly, and causing pestilent fevers. However, Prunus avium got its unusual name of mazard is not known, but it seems the fruits were originally called mazards or merries when sold in London. Its other name, gein, is a corruption of guine, which were cherries with soft fruit rather than hard ones. Whatever people thought of these early cherries, they were especially popular with Henrietta Maria, the wife of Charles I, who reported they had over 200 in her garden at Wimbledon. Woodpeckers are equally fond of them, pecking their trunks for insects and also hollowing out holes to rear their families. If ever there was a tree that deserves to be grown as a double avenue in a grand garden, it is the wild cherry. However, to see mature specimens over 20 meters in height, all you need to do is walk along the North Downs Way. The early cherries are already disappearing from the urban landscape and being replaced by many others, especially those pink clustered flowers such as the ever popular Kwanzan and Pink Perfection. White cherries such as Prunus avium and its double form, Prunus avium plena, are the most common in the first half of the month. However, Londoners are in love with their cherries, and a blistering list of others take over. For example, Prunus avium times bleriana, Prunus curiensis, Prunus tenella, Prunus ojochin, Prunus prostata, Prunus gioko, Prunus ichio, Prunus eucom, Prunus kikusakura, Prunus padus, our native cherry, and Prunus cerula, the Tibetan cherry. The latter cherry, when its bark is rubbed, develops a highly mahogany-coloured polish, much encouraged by overzealous gardeners. Any weeping cherries seen are likely to be the Chiel's weeping, and any vigorous upright forms Prunus amenagawa. The latter tree has the scent of hawthorn. Two cherry trees noted for their finer scents are the Manchurian cherry, Prunus macii, and Prunus cellulata hokusai, the latter having the rare scent of peonies. Prunus jonii, also called supreme fragrance, is said to have the strongest scent of all, similar to gorse, but with a hint of crushed almonds. Another cherry worth seeking out is the Japanese hill cherry, Prunus cellulata spontanea, which is often seen beside temples in Japan. In Tokyo, there's a 3-mile avenue of these trees. The young leaves are a rich red and were described by Rudyard Kipling to be like the glow of a flame seen through the fingers of a hand. Another beauty is long pipes, Prunus cellulata Chimitsu zakura. Its Japanese name, as with many others, waxes lyrical, this one being translated as moon hanging low by a pine tree. The flower buds are shell pink, opening into semi-double snow white. At this point, the frilled white flowers are often compared to the upside-down ballet dancers, the two hanging carpels being their legs. Another whose name would make you want to find it is Prunus Mikuruma-Gaeshi. It means the royal carriage returns, referring to a moment when the Emperor of Japan asked for his carriage to stop and return to a particular beautiful tree that had caught his eye. It has the always eye-catching blue-pink flowers and is the shape of a giant bouquet. A classic cherry, planted more and more in London, is Prunus Shirotae, generally regarded as one of the best of the white-flowered varieties. In this case, the thick clusters of semi-double white flowers hang in large bunches. The flowers are enclosed in the palest green leaves with very long tips, making the flower clusters look very much like posies. The large spreading nature of the tree and the scent of the flowers makes it like a huge almond-scented sunshade. A fine collection of named Japanese cherries can be seen at Kew, including a number of those mentioned here.